Yeah, Zeus bringing nothing but heat, thunder in the chest. Waking up daily, putting in the work, no rest. This for the real one, scrolling through the mess. Straight talk, no cap. Let's address. Every morning I wake, phone in my hand, scrolling through the lies, Trump and the Klan. Republicans violent, same script on repeat. I call out the cap, expose it in the street. They yell TDS, but it's them on that coat. Trump devotion syndrome, they deep in the vault. Jan 6, they duck when I press on the facts. Boogaloo, oath keepers, proud boys getting stacks. Slush fund money for the supremacist crew. Obama rent free, he's still living in you. Peddling straight cap, misinformation daily. It's coming back around, watch the downfall, baby. I'm destroying these Trump supporters daily. Zeus dropping thunder, they folding like babies. MAGA's worst nightmare, that's me on the low. God of the sky, sending straight to the smoke. They play me on Fox, MSNBC, CNN. I'm the one waking the world up again. Battle for the soul, this country on the line. Lake of fire waiting, no cap, it's mine. Ice out here wildin', violating rights. Trump dropping bombs on Iran late nights. Stealing that oil from Venezuela, no shame. Putting on the soil, red carpet, what a game. Soldiers on their knees, disgrace on display. Epstein files locked, y'all still look the other way. He said terrific guy. We all heard the quote, Christian nationalists blind. That's the sickest joke. Blowing up schools, innocent girls in the dirt. These clowns bugging, putting evil to work. I'm doing this cause the country needs saving. The people, the world, this ain't just entertaining. Waking up every day feeling the weight, but I carry that thunder, I don't hesitate. They call it hate, I call it real talk. Somebody gotta say it, somebody gotta walk. Through the fire, through the lies, through the smoke, Zeus in the sky. This the path that I chose. I'm destroying these Trump supporters daily. Zeus dropping thunder, they folding like babies. MAGA's worst nightmare, that's me on the low. God of the sky, send it straight to the smoke. They play me on Fox, MSNBC, CNN. I'm the one waking the world up again. Battle for the soul, this country on the line. Lick the fire waiting, no cap, it's mine. Straight to the lake, no cap. Thunder don't miss. MAGA's worst nightmare, remember that. Zeus out.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we're back. Happy to the show. Good morning, G-Man. Good morning, Tara. Rick in the building. Missy. Tinkerbell. July Love. Wow. Good morning. Nice to see you. Great skate.
I'm like the Terminator screaming, I'll be back. It's deja vu when I'm out here flying first class. It's like every week I gotta take out the trash. I'm on top of my game, ahead of the class. You can tell that I made it, look at my grass. Cars in the garage, like the tanks full of gas.
Sticky fingers, grumpy finish last. Time to get radical, coolest breeze. This is how it's
supposed to happen when you get your famous. The algorithm turned cool.
Thank you, July Love. Happy
Happy
Monday.
I got all these numbers on my spreadsheet.
From zombies.
Benjamin Franklin is my bestie.
Good morning, sis.
This day is my expert when they love me. They don't get me pumped if they text me. I say it with my chest because I mean it.
Let's go. Rika. Welcome. Hey.
Call me the master with a new whip.
Uh-oh.
I'ma take off.
There it goes. I'll tell you what.
That's
a lie. Drug test
was radical.
Keep me clean.
It was horrible.
It was.
I'm like, you've gone. Zeus has gone way off the rails.
Oh,
It's like deja vu.
go ask DJ. He knows.
It's like deja vu.
I am off the rails, and it's
It's like deja
a
vu.
compliment, actually. It really is.
It's like deja vu.
All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we're back in the Thunderdome. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend monitoring what's been going on all over the country, all over the world. But once again, we got to recommit, put our heads down, and start continuing the work that we all know we need to do in order to save this great country. Well, it was great until you know who got into power again. But we got to do the real work it takes to save this country of ours, all right? And who better to lead that charge than yours truly, myself, Zeus. The Rizzler, or as some like to say, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H? Who said that? Oh, you didn't know? Okay, well, let me explain it to you. They call me Triple H. Why? Because first of all, honesty. Honesty is very, very important, and the first H stands for honest. I'm the most honest person on social media. There's nobody more honest than me. I'll say things that probably shouldn't be said, but if it needs to be said, You have my word. I will say it. That's how honest I am. Second H is because with that comes the ability to be humble. And being humble is actually not a weak sign, it's actually a sign of strength. And I actually believe this country would be a lot better off if more people, especially those who profess to be Christians and support Donald Trump, if they would practice being humble, we would be doing so great as a country, wouldn't we? But I'm the most humble person on social media. There's nobody more humble than me. If I get it wrong, I'll be the first to apologize. Am I right, Tara? But here's the thing. Just because I made a grown man cry, and he knows who he is, DJ, does that mean that do I owe DJ an apology? Absolutely not. He owes us an apology. All right. I was right. He was wrong. Donald Trump, P. Hexep, they don't know what they're doing. They're incompetent. They're ruining our country. They're destroying our military. So I don't need to apologize for that. I'm still angry about it. But, we must go on. And then you get to the last H, which honestly keeps me, I think this H keeps me together the most. It's truly because I am and will always remain, you've guessed it, the most handsome. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to let up on DJ because I'm so angry with him because he's tarried with us. We've tolerated these demons for a while, and we are now at a point in this country where they just need to get down on their knees and repent and issue a public apology. W's in the chat, Little Hawk. And I'm a nice person, but don't play me. Don't play me, because once you play me, all bets are off, bro. I'm sitting here saying, you're going to sit here and not say a word about $4 a gallon gas prices. You're not going to say a word about the groceries. You're not going to say a word about his poll numbers. But you had everything to say when Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris. See, that's what really grinds my gears about MAGA. It's not so much they voted for Trump, even though that does bother me. They're literally sitting with poo-poo on their faces right now, and they're acting like it's normal. It's truly, honestly, ladies and gentlemen, I could literally go on and on. I mean, I want to sit down in front of my therapist. Sometimes, you go to your therapist sometimes, and you just could you can just have a whole therapy session, right? What is really bothering you? Trump supporters, smooth brain demons. Yeah, what are they doing? Lying in my face and acting like it's not really happening. But these folks, you talk to them and they're in a relationship. I know a couple of people, oh, my partner, she's doing this and that, or he's doing that, and they can really get on them. But then you say, but Trump, what about Trump? Oh, you got TDS. These people I tell you, these people are the worst of the worst and truly the scum of the earth. That's a huge W, Zeus. That's a huge W, Zeus. Now, like I said, I do have a pretty good record of making grown men cry. Even some of the women that support Donald Trump, they come back and talk to me. Some of them do because, when you're the Rizzler and you're handsome and charismatic and as charming as me, they see something and they want it. And, so they keep coming back. Am I right? But I'll never, ever entertain them at that level. I'm really hoping that after they listen to shows like this, they go away thinking to themselves, I need to get my soul together. I need to get right before I take my last breath on this earth, because Zeus has been right the whole time. I've been telling the Trump supporters, Donald Trump is doing everything he can to actively destroy you. He is. And by the time midterms come, you won't be around here. I'm not worried about you driving up the cost of health care in this country. No. You chose to drink the Kool-Aid, or some say the Fool-Aid. If they decide to drink the Fool-Aid and then they should perish, should we feel sorry for them? I'm just questioning that. I just thought about that. Should we feel sorry for the people who drink the Fool-Aid and then they perish? I just got to ask the audience that question, because we tried so hard to warn them. All right. So July Love said, hell no. So that's how I feel. I love watching Trump supporters get what's theirs. It's really the best feeling in the world, right? Because you sit there and you say, it was all good in the hood when it was happening to black and brown people and all that other stuff. But when it happened to you, all of a sudden, there's no place like home. There's no place like home. I've seen grown men wearing those, those red heels Dorothy wore in The Wizard of Oz. I've seen grown men put those red heels, give them to me, click, click, click. Please, there's no place like home. And I sit there and I chuckle. And I say, oh, you're going to believe us now when we tell you the boogeyman is real, huh? Uh-huh. I figured you would. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started with today's show. I must give you all a PSA announcement, especially if you're a Trump supporter. You already see how I get down and how I operate. So left-leaning show, it means it leans on the progressive end. It doesn't lean towards the conservative end because we're not trying to conserve anything. I don't want to conserve sin. You know what sin is? Why on earth would I want to conserve sin? Because all of you are a bunch of sinners and prime candidates for hell. And so if you don't want me to ruin your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner this morning, you know exactly what to do. I don't even want to hear it. Leave my show because I'm going to make you very, very uncomfortable. I promise you I will. But get this, you don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time,
DJ,
very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now.
He left.
Come back if you want.
Don't come back.
It's okay too.
See, I do.
But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Hey, that's a good one. And ladies and gentlemen, the doors to the Thunderdome, they have officially closed. And you know the deal. I take no responsibility. I don't take any responsibility for any of you grown folks crying on my show. And I must say this. I usually, and you know, you all get on me. You all hold me to a very high standard. And lately, I've been honestly, you know, because you bring in a Trump supporter, am I right, Tara? And that gets the numbers going on TikTok, right? You're like, oh, and trust me, no one likes getting a Trump supporter up in the box like Big Zeus, because I know there's a bunch of hungry sharks in the audience out there, not just me. All right, I'm just up here trying to get them to at least see, hey, listen, this is not going to, but now they've just decided we're going to abandon. This is MAGA right now. We're just going to abandon trying to have meaningful conversations, good faith discussions about what Donald Trump's doing because it's so obvious. Am I right? W's in the chat for Rick. It's so obvious Donald Trump is doing a terrible job. It's so obvious. It's not even anything to debate anymore. Now they've gone to some sort of trolling academy or something. Have you all seen this lately? All over social media, MAGA, they're just professional trollers. You get in a box and you're like, okay, let me listen to this smooth brain demon try to explain to us in a rational way why they're still supporting Trump. And all they got is, you know, they're using the toilet. You hear this stuff? They got the water running in the bathroom. They're singing crazy, ridiculous songs. They want to do everything except for explain how they ended up being bamboozled, manipulated, hoodwinked. You know what I'm saying? It's like Donald Trump went and picked them up. You ever seen somebody staring out the window waiting for somebody to come pick them up? And this is what they were doing. They were staring out the window. Oh, yeah, he's coming. He's coming to get me. He's coming to get me. Yeah. You should have heard what he told me.
You're going to be so proud of your country if I get in.
They're staring out there.
You're going to be so proud of your president, and I don't care about that. But you are going to be so proud of your country because we're going to turn it around,
DJ?
And we're going to start winning again. We're going to win so much. We're going to win at every level. We're going to win economically. We're going to win with the economy. We're going to win with military. We're going to win with health care and for our veterans. We're going to win with every single facet. We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning.
That's winning.
And you'll say, please. It's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more. We're going to win more. We're going to win so much.
Yeah. See, where are all those people who were clapping? Where's that energy at right now, MAGA? Oh, you don't want to talk about it. Please, Zeus, don't bring it up. Please, Zeus, don't bring it up. No, it's a touchy subject. Try and just don't mention it. No, DJ. I want to be your worst nightmare. W, Zeus. Yeah. Snuggie, I want to be your worst nightmare. The Russian Bears, I want to be your worst nightmare. If that's what it takes for us to save this country, then count me in, W, Zeus. Name them all. So what we're going to get into today, Trump dancing to the YMCA at Bedminster this weekend. I don't have the footage, but we do have something. We got to laser focus in on this woman, Natalie Harp, who they say was watching him do it. I said, okay, Where's Melania? And how come she's not fighting Natalie Hart for her man? That's something you don't know, right? Also, John Ossoff stood on stage in Georgia and he said the quiet part out loud that this man would rather travel with Natalie on a jet from Qatar than to do his job as the president. While we're also hearing rumors that his lawyer, Alina Habba, might be getting Caroline Levitt's job. Oh my gosh. And then, yeah, Trump told the reporters that Caroline Levitt likes her kids more than she likes him. I guess that really kept him up last night, right? And then we got to also talk about a woman who says Hugh Hefner personally called the FBI in 2005 to report what Epstein did to her. And the FBI basically said they back her up, but they didn't call her back for 15 years. And now she is suing them. And the government's defense isn't, we were wrong. It's, you waited too long, which is very, very telling if you ask me. And then we're going to talk about a story where a man who voted for the president, voted for Trump 3 times, right? This guy, he voted for Trump 3 times. 1, I'm not convinced. 2, still not convinced. 3 times he did. And then he's flying in an airport in Burbank, and guess who showed up? ICE. Yeah, ICE came and grabbed his wife. No. This is a serious story. Out here in California, he voted for Trump 3 times. And what was his ultimate MAGA reward? Remember I haven't told you about the ultimate MAGA reward? The ultimate MAGA reward was ICE taking his wife. Yeah, it's a sad story. It really is. And so we're going to get into all of that. But before we do, let's go ahead and amazing. Please prepare the cabin for takeoff.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard this live episode of The Zeus Show. My name is Amazing, and on behalf of 3 Crossing Zeus, also known as Triple H, I would like to thank each of you for tuning in today. Your presence and support make this experience possible, and we are truly grateful for your continued engagement.
I really am.
As we prepare for takeoff, we kindly ask that you please return to your seats, buckle up, and get ready for an engaging journey. This show occasionally gets off the rails,
True.
And securing your attention ensures you remain safe and fully immersed throughout the broadcast. To maximize your experience, we kindly remind you to tap the screen, like, comment, and share this live stream with your network. Your shares help expand our community and bring more voices into the conversation. We also encourage you to support the platform by utilizing the available gifts during the broadcast. These contributions directly enhance the production quality and sustainability of the show. If you require assistance with gifting features or have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to one of our moderators who are present and ready to assist you in enjoying the program.
That's true.
As a reminder, full recordings of this episode will be uploaded to our YouTube channel shortly after the live concludes. For complete information regarding all of my social media handles and platforms, please click the link in the bio.
That part.
Thank you once again for choosing to be a part of the kingdom. We are honored that you have allowed Zeus, aka Triple H, to guide you to Olympus. Sit back, stay engaged, and enjoy the flight.
All right. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Thank you. Now we got to get into the meat and potatoes of the show. All right. So Audra Christensen told Hugh Hefner in 2005 Epstein raped and trafficked her. Hefner called the FBI multiple times on her behalf, and the FBI did not contact her again until October of 2020. 15 years of silence. And that's where this story picks up, ladies and gentlemen.
Audra Christensen is her name, and she tells News Nation that she went to Hugh Hefner about her experience.
Why is it so low?
Despite Hefner himself repeatedly calling the FBI to alert them, the Bureau never reached out to her or looked into her claims.
Can you hear that?
Back in 2005, 15 years.
Can you all hear that? It's not really playing that loud. Can you hear it? I'm just double checking. Can you all hear that? Barely. Yes, no. A little. Huh. Barely. Let's give it a go. Turn your volume up, because that's just the way the audio is. But yeah, we're going to get into it.
Later, she says she reached out to the FBI again because of threats to her family, but she was never able to reach the Bureau. She alleges that she even hired an attorney to get them to help, but still nothing. Christensen also claims she was not the only Playboy playmate to be allegedly preyed upon by Epstein in that time. Her allegations are included in a lawsuit filed by 34 Epstein survivors. The FBI now actually trying to dismiss that case, arguing they were too late to file. For more, we are joined by News Nation law and justice contributor Jennifer Coffindaffer, a former FBI special agent. Jennifer, always good to see you. This is a bit mind-boggling. If these allegations are true, Hugh Hefner is calling the FBI about Epstein back in 2005. How does the FBI explain not following up with a woman who was allegedly being identified as a victim?
Well, Hannah, as an FBI agent at this time, I can tell you that there are priorities that are listed for all supervisors and staff. And essentially at this time, this is on the heels of 9/11, counterterrorism, counterintelligence, transactional corporations, things like this, public corruption. That was the priority. And unfortunately, human trafficking wasn't. And I'm not trying to provide some sort of excuse, because there is no excuse, but merely an explanation.
We keep hearing that authorities did not know the full extent of what Epstein was doing.
So what we're witnessing, ladies and gentlemen, is you got to turn the volume up, audience, and I do apologize. Some of these videos, they just come like that, but please. We're witnessing a pattern, right? It's obvious that what's been happening with Jeffrey Epstein for the past decade, more than 2 decades, 3 decades, is it's a repeated pattern of covering up. And where we're at right now is the administration that's currently in power. They are the ones where we're now seeing the light being shined on what exactly they're covering up. And it's very unfortunate, to be quite honest, because you would think that if you go to the FBI to get protection, that the FBI would actually follow through on that. But instead, what we're finding, I mean, it has to be, if Hugh Hefner has to call the FBI, what does that say? If Hugh Hefner has to call the FBI and say, this guy is a problem, what does this mean? And keep in mind, who was his best friend? Then when priorities changed, nobody followed up. Big Red, are you a Trump voter?
And what you said makes complete sense. 9/11 just happened. There were other priorities. At what point does that explanation become impossible to believe, though? Again, this was in 2005.
Well, that's the problem. To wait 15 years to conduct this interview and to actually get down to the nitty-gritty of what Epstein alleged, that is just too long to wait. And I would say somehow this got backburnered, and it should have never happened, that it would take so long for this investigation to follow through.
Yeah, Christensen said 15 years later there were threats to her family, and she still couldn't get the FBI to meet with her. What does that tell you about how alleged Epstein victims were being treated?
Well, it's terrible. And following this case so closely, the Epstein victims, I can tell you there's just no excuse that explains why these victims were not prioritized, why they weren't interviewed. And unfortunately, it just really had to do with priorities. I'm not saying it was right. I'm just providing that was truly the explanation.
So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say this. I really do hope that the survivors and the victims of Jeffrey Epstein, I really do hope they they get justice. They deserve justice. But where we're at right now is it's another nail in the coffin for you Trump supporters, because when Hugh Hefner, this is me, if Hugh Hefner has to call the FBI about Donald Trump's best friend, where's the proof Donald Trump did the same thing? You know what they like to say? Oh, this is MAGA's conspiracy. Donald Trump dropped a dime on Jeffrey Epstein. This is in Taurus. You know what I'm talking about, Taurus, right? He had to work undercover as an FBI agent in order to get Epstein, basically indicted. That was his role. And I'm sitting there saying, well, where's the proof of any of that? Where's the proof of that? Now Trump is the president. All this information is now coming out and Trump continues to be radio silent. Yeah, birds of a feather flock together. Birds of a feather Flock together. And so to all the conservative women out there like Taurus who continue to support MAGA Queen, all of you, at what point will you actually start doing your job as citizens of this country and holding nasty, sick, evil, demonic men like him accountable? Honestly, when are you going to start holding them accountable and stop letting them get away with lying like this? W Zeus. W Zeus. All right, moving on to my next topic, because, we only got a limited amount of time. This one is going to be called the Bedminster Shuffle. And we're going to start off with John Ossoff, who I would say did a great job exposing something that definitely needs to be discussed.
And while the sailors on the Lincoln fight his war, while he fruitlessly drains our munitions and oil reserves, the president sleeps through his meetings. He golfs and trades stocks. See, he doesn't want to do the job. He wants to build his ballroom and travel with Natalie on their apparently defenseless flying palace gifted by the Emir of Qatar.
And we got to get into Natalie, all right? Because Keith Edwards, he did a little good video for this, and I think we should go ahead and get this on the record, because while he's doing this video, I just couldn't help but think to myself, what is Melania really thinking about all of this?
Is Donald Trump having a secret affair? Well, this is Natalie Harp. She's recently been going viral for photos like this. Intense fawning, eyes locked on the president, and always just feet away from him, right at his beck and call. It looks as if she loves him more than his wife, and according to Trump, she does. Harp is a former right-wing cable host who landed on Trump's radar in 2019 after her cancer survival story caught his attention. She credited his right to try law with saving her life.
Mr. President, I wouldn't be alive today if it wasn't for you.
And has acted like it ever since. Fast forward to 22, and Harp landed a role as an aide to the president with a very unusual job, the human printer. And the job description, well, that's handing Trump a steady stream of flattering, often false, lines held together by gold paper clips. And even chasing down his golf cart on the course to deliver good news. But since landing her job in the White House, Harp's relationship with Trump has only grown stranger. In 2023, the New York Times reported that Harp wrote Trump letters that unnerved his inner circle, including the line, "You are all that matters to me." And per further reporting, the Secret Service even advised that she was a potential danger to herself and the president. She allegedly even offered to go to prison for him.
I gotta stop. Woo! Whoa! Did she say she'd be willing to go to prison? She skipped past jail, went straight to prison? So that says a lot. That means she knows he's dirty. She knows he's guilty. Natalie. Natalie, you see, this is when I say, and then there's a couple of things. Secret Service actually said she's a threat. Yeah, okay.
That Harp wrote Trump letters that unnerved his inner circle, including the line, "You are all that matters to me." And per further reporting, the Secret Service even advised that she was a potential danger to herself and the president. She allegedly even offered to go to prison for him during his trial. And despite the Secret Service's warnings, Harp's proximity to Trump has only gotten closer. She literally watches his every move and is always just steps behind him, carrying a bag full of his belongings and allegedly diapers. I mean, it's allegedly, but we must say it, diapers. And Trump's response to all this, well, she, quote, just loves her president. That much is clear. But truly, what is going on here? Is Harp just Trump's obsessed assistant, his hospice nurse, or something else? Is she perhaps trying to replace Melania? One thing's for sure, she's not going anywhere.
You know, here we go again, right? It's always going back to some sort of MAGA possessed woman and her obsession with Donald Trump. And when I saw this, I said, wow.
And I love President Trump, and anything he says to do, I do.
Anything he says to do, you will do.
I will.
Literally anything.
Here it goes.
Him and Jesus, yes.
Okay.
Those are my two top guys.
If he told you to that an election was stolen, would you believe him?
Would you?
Yes.
If he told you that his political enemies deserve to get arrested, would you believe him?
Yes.
If he told you that all Democrats are scum, would you believe him?
Yes, Democrats.
Democrats.
Yeah.
That's his phrase. You're saying it as well.
Yeah, I watch everything he does. I watch it all day long.
You would literally do anything he told you.
Yes.
Anything.
I want to volunteer. I want to be a nurse for him.
That part
You
again.
would be a nurse for him?
Here we go again.
What do you mean? Like
I mean, he needs a nurse.
change his bedpan?
Yes. No problem.
You have no problem changing Trump's bedpan.
No, he doesn't need it, but when he does, I'll be there. And you don't have to pay me.
Ooh.
No.
You do change his bedpan for free.
Yes.
Yes. No hesitation. No hesitation. And then somebody brought this to my attention. I don't want to say her name, Kabira, but when you see stuff like
Why
this,
do you like Trump so much?
He has brought so much together, freedom, taxes, everything. I mean, he's just a wonderful man.
How did you feel about him making $2.1 billion last year from his crypto ventures, and including some foreign governments that invested in it?
Well, he was already a millionaire, and he donates his money, so.
His salary, the $400,000, but $2.1 billion is a lot more than $400,000.
Yeah, but that's his business. As long as he's doing great, I'm with him.
But if the government, if he's using the office of the president to get rich, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's a good thing.
It's a good thing for a president to use the presidency to enrich themselves?
Yeah.
YMCA, ba ba ba. YMCA, ba ba ba. YMCA. President Trump, make America great again.
What's gotten into you conservative women about Donald Trump? Y'all love the bedpan, y'all love the diaper, y'all want to sing and dance with him. You'll do anything for him. And this is what we're dealing with right now. Instead of Donald Trump actually focusing on what it takes to save this country, all he's doing is flying around with his little so-called wannabe nurses. I call them wannabe freaks. They're a bunch of freaks. And he's just getting off on the American people. And then we get to this, ladies and gentlemen, over the weekend. What is this? Alina Habba spotted at Trump's Bedminster golf resort this weekend. Rumors are swirling that she may be chosen to become the new White House press secretary. And you see stuff like this, ladies and gentlemen, and you go, okay, first of all, why is this song always playing? Why? Why is this song always playing? Who is he signaling to? And it looks to me like that's Natalie Harp right there. Alina Habba is behind him. Where's Melania? Look at Natalie right there.
Thinking about it. Thinking about it.
Wow. Oh, that mercy. Heaven, you said dry lane party. W's in the chat from my brother Heaven. Yeah. I mean, imagine, MAGA, imagine if this was Joe Biden embarrassing the country like Donald Trump is doing. You know, one of the things that Donald Trump has done that has embarrassed this country beyond anything I've ever thought, it has to be the food truck situation. The most powerful, they found Saddam Hussein in a hole. You remember that? They found Saddam Hussein in a hole. Remember, with his money and stuff like that's, you don't look so tough when they catch you in the hole with your money and stuff like that, right? But you really, a food truck with no money, just a bunch of hoagies and bags of Cheetos and Diet Coke, while you're getting caught setting up your entire cabinet in the press. They're on Air Force One. You're in the back of a food truck, so to speak, getting tossed like a salad in a way. W, Zeus, I just thought about that. Maybe that's what he was doing in the back of that food truck, getting the salad tossed. Oh my gosh, I'm going straight to hell. Maybe that's what that was about, huh? Bro, that's some disgusting stuff. That is some really disgusting stuff, what's going on in the White House. And the Trump supporters, they love this man. They love the demonic work he's doing. Love it. W's in the chat for Kabira. And thank you. And these are the things that I have to deal with. Thank you. These are the things that I have to deal with, right? This is why shows like this are important, because I don't want us to lose sight of what the real threat to this country is. The real threat is the smooth brain demons out there ruining America, clapping for the very things that once upon a time they used to say, oh, we can't do it. For instance, gas prices. How many of you out there, be honest with me? Good morning, Craig. How many of you remember when Joe Biden was the president? Every Trump supporter on social media, especially this app TikTok, cried over eggs and gas. How many of you remember this? They cried over the eggs and the gas. Remember? They said, oh, I just can't take it. This is what they were doing. You ever seen a kid in a store that wants something and they can't get it because their parents are saying no, and so they can't get it and they just fall out in the grocery store? You're like, what is going on? You know, that's how MAGA grown men were acting when the gas went up 2 cents under Joe Biden. It goes up 2 cents. Oh, Bidenomics. Oh, it's terrible. We could barely take care of ourselves, right? But over this weekend, maybe Friday, I believe, Donald Trump did his little rally. And you heard what he told his supporters. He said, pretty much, you better enjoy that $4 a gallon gas. And just like clockwork, they did it. Do I have that clip? Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. I just thought about that. There you go. Hold on. I want to see if I can find the video. I want to see it. Because it's like... yeah, he said he will not apologize. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. He said he will not apologize. There we go. Here we see if I can find it.
So, for you to pay a tiny little bit more for your gasoline, just remember, you're doing it so that a very evil country cannot have a country. Really, it's the #1 state sponsor of terror in the world. We don't want to have them have a nuclear weapon. So remember that when you have to pay a little bit more, you're at $4. It's okay. I mean, it's, I'll never apologize. I did the right thing. So I just say this.
I like it.
So,
Gracias.
For you to pay a tiny little bit more.
So you got to imagine there's a Trump supporter in rural America, probably some sort of conservative white guy riding around in their pickup truck. They heard Trump say this and they said, he's right. That's exactly what I'll be.
For your gasoline. Just remember, you're doing it so that a very evil country cannot have a country. Really, it's the #1 state sponsor of terror in the world.
Okay.
We don't want to have them have a nuclear weapon. So remember that when you have to pay a little bit more, you're at $4. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's, I'll never apologize. I did the right thing.
I did the right thing. Interesting. I mean, and so when you see Donald Trump doing that to his own followers, you have to look for the results, all right? W. Nisi, all right? You have to look for the results. Now, you know, when we get into this content, sometimes the acting is so good you think they're trolling. But, you know, I watched this and I said, no. This is demonic. This is demonic right here. So what we'll do is watch this, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with me. Let's go ahead and get this thing queued up.
I don't give a shit if gas goes up to $5 a gallon. I'm happy with my president. That border, they ain't coming across it. 2,000 of them is getting sent the fuck back home every day. And a ooka-booka can't get shit out of this president. There ain't no chance of no reparations. They ain't getting shit under Trump. Damn right, I'm happy with them. I'll always be MAGA. Just as long as that border is secured.
I gotta get to that first part because sometimes
I don't give a shit.
The intro because when you
shit if gas.
That intro is what gets me. That intro, he says, I don't give a
shit if gas goes up to $5.
$5.
I'm happy with my president.
Woo-wee! Woo-wee! I wished he would have said, I don't care if it goes up to $20 a gallon, but it seems to me like he has a little bit of a tolerance when it comes to this. So he's willing to go up to $5 a gallon. Isn't this something, ladies and gentlemen? They cried when it went up a penny under Joe Biden, but now they're clapping. Now they're saying, oh, I don't even care, $5 a gallon, because that border,
they ain't coming across it. 2,000 of them is getting sent the fuck back home every day.
Ooh.
And a ooka-booka can't get shit out of this president. There ain't no chance of no reparations.
Look at that.
They ain't getting shit under Trump.
Yeah, he can't.
Damn right, I'm happy with them. I'll always be MAGA. Just as long as that border is secured.
What's that? Yeah. See, this is what I say is the biggest threat to our country, ladies and gentlemen. He still doesn't get it yet, but he's one of the demons that I'm definitely looking to see if they can make it through the midterms, because he doesn't understand that gas is about to go through the roof with the rest of his prices. But this is MAGA. They cried under Joe Biden, but when Trump does it, they literally clap for it. What do we have here? Another sad story. This is titled President Trump, You Failed.
I'm kind of getting sick and tired of you going up on stage on TV and telling us that we're living the best economy. That is America. Like, what world are you living in? Us people, we don't have the type of money that you have.
Oh.
We had to literally count every dime we make to make sure that we can afford our bills. Most people are working multiple jobs to be able to afford this economy that's so great in your eyes. Like, gas prices are going up. Food goes up all the time.
Oh.
We can't survive. We're living off of peanut butter and fucking jelly sandwiches.
Ooh. 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 Now, how many of y'all feel sorry that MAGA is having to live off of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? No, seriously. No, Steven, come on now. Anybody out there feel sorry hearing stories like this? Because we're supposed to be better people. We tried to tell you, all right? Kabir, you don't either? Wow. Y'all some cold-blooded individuals out there, held to the Wow, y'all, oh my God, this is, sorry. Hold
President Trump, we make to make sure that we can afford our bills. Most people are working multiple jobs to be able to afford this economy that's so great in your eyes. Like, gas prices are going up. Food goes up all the time. We can't survive. We're living off of peanut butter and fucking jelly sandwiches.
Watch your mouth, ma'am.
But yet the economy's so great, right? But yet the bank system just released that there's so many houses that can be foreclosed on that they don't have enough people to fill those houses because people can't afford to buy a fucking house.
Ooh, man, watch your mouth. I know you're angry, but, be angry, but, just kind of, you did this to yourself. You got to take some accountability.
A roof over their head. There's people living in their fucking cars and they work their asses off and they can't even afford a fucking roof over their head. But yet we're living the best economy. So who are you trying to manipulate? Who are you trying to gaslight into believing this? Because if you don't think that we have not woken up and that we don't see through your guys' bullshit, you do not represent us.
Oh.
You are not for the people.
Oh.
You lied to us. You lied.
I can't take all of this.
You're going to be so proud of your country if I get in.
can't.
You're going to be so proud of your president, and I don't care about that.
He don't care about
But you are going to be so
Kabira.
proud of your country.
I can't take this
we're
winning.
We're going to turn it around.
Come on.
And we're going to start winning again. We're going to win so much. We're going to win at every level. We're going to win economically. We're going to win with the economy. We're going to win with military. We're going to win with health care.
I can't
for
take
our
this
veterans.
winning.
We're going to win with every single facet. We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning. And you'll say, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more. We're going to win more. We're going to win so much.
See, it's the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches part that gets to me. And then it's the part where she says we woke up. So now she's woke. Now you're woke. But remember, you used to say, if you go woke, you go broke kind of stuff. But now
fucking cars. And they work their asses off and they can't even afford a fucking roof over their head. But yet we're living the best economy.
Hottest country.
So who are you trying to manipulate? Who are you trying to gaslight into believing this? Because if you don't think that we have not woken up and that we don't see through your guys' bullshit, you do not represent us. You are not for the people. You lied to us. You lied. It is not America first. We are not the greatest, and we have not been the greatest for a very long time. And people are getting sick and tired of being Uncle Sam's fucking slave.
Ooh. Come on, man. You're almost there.
We are tired of our hard-earned money going to fucking Israel to kill kids and use kids as target practice. Like, what is wrong with you? How do you sleep at night?
He doesn't sleep all night. He's on True Social posting and trolling. You know that, right, man? Come on, man. Listen, this is honestly, it breaks my heart. Honestly, TikTok educational purposes only. I'm not making fun of her. No, I'm just. It breaks my heart, right? Because she still doesn't want to say, "I'm sorry, Kamala Harris, for what I did."
How do you sleep at night, knowing what you've done? Knowing that you fucked up the economy worse than Sleepy Joe and Camel Toe Harris.
Man. See? Oh, ma'am. Now, let me ask all of you in the audience. How many of you feel sorry for her eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? Can't sleep at night. How many of you feel sorry for this woman right now? Honestly, how many of you out there feel sorry for her? Wow. W to the chat. See, this is what, when we say racism is expensive, this is what we're saying. She still doesn't understand why she's burning in hell right now. And it has a lot to do with the bigotry and racism with her filthy mouth.
We're getting the fuck out of here. Americans are waking up. So many people are leaving this country because it's so much better everywhere else.
Now, look at what she's saying. People are leaving America. So they're now turning into the immigrants. Smooth brain behavior. Now it's cool to be immigrants again. After you spent all this time demonizing people for doing the very thing you're just saying you're about to start doing, and you don't see where this is going to end up? Smooth brain behavior.
We are the third world country disguised with freedom.
So you believe we're a third world country, and now you want to turn into an immigrant and go invade another country with the same smooth brains. It's even worse for you, MAGA, because what industry could you actually move into in another country and actually help make the country better, man? What have you been doing all your life? You don't work hard. Obviously, we can see that. So what are you going to do? You're going to move to China and do what? What are you going to do in China? You're going to move to where? Mexico? What are you going to do in Mexico? You don't even speak the languages. So you're going to be a burden on another country. On top, this is just, it's the smooth brain behavior that is going to be the downfall of this country. And that's why you need people like Big Zeus, W. Zeus. Reverse immigration.
That's what's going on here. We're tired. We're exhausted.
Oh.
And you failed.
Oh, you're tired. You're exhausted. That's a huge W, Zeus. Hey, DJ. Johanna, you said look at her mouth. We're tired of you, man, with your smooth brain, disgusting, bigoted, racist self. We're tired of you. Remember?
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
And that's a huge W, Zeus. Now my last story, and then I'm going to open up the boxes. You know what I like? I'm going to let AI read this story to you because, I can do my part. And this is titled, Years of Trump Support Came Undone in 15 Minutes in an Airport. How many of you would love to hear this story? How many of you would love to hear this story about a 3-time Trump supporter? Real dude works. I know you don't like it when I use AI. I get it. But just let it do what it do. Just listen to what I'm saying on top of the AI. How about that?
Trump support came undone in 15 minutes in an airport. This article is by Miriam Jordan and read by an automated voice.
Now I want you to look at this couple. Do they look happily married? Because every time you talk to Trump supporters on TikTok, you go, are you in a relationship? And they all say, yes, I am happily married. And they always use 30 years, right, Ange? I don't know if you're here, Ange, but they usually get into the 30-year territory. That's how long we've been together. But when I listen to this story, because a lot of times I listen to these stories while I'm out doing other things. So that's why I'm okay with the AI, but I get it. A lot of people don't. I get it. You can complain, send a complaint to my cult leader. They'll help you. And you can complain to any of the mods. They'll take care of you. All right. But we're going to do it because we need to. No, I'm not AI. All right. But you'll hear it.
Brent Gindra, a tech salesman, voted for President Trump 3 times, drawn by his aggressive immigration agenda. He never imagined the crackdown would ensnare his own wife.
You hear that? He never imagined it would actually happen to him and his wife.
Last month, moments after the couple got off their flight in Burbank, California, a young man in a brown hooded sweatshirt stopped Galina Bobraneva.
What'd he do?
Congratulations, you've been chosen for secondary screening.
Oh. So you got to imagine you're getting off your flight, right? It's all good on the flight. It's all good in the hood. You don't have a care in the world. You're like, I'm going to land. I'm going to go get the car. Someone's going to pick us up. You got all that planned. And then you see somebody that's it looks like ice telling you congratulations. Oh, what's going through your mind right now?
He told her, according to the couple's recollection. The man was a federal agent, and after questioning Ms. Bobraneva for about 15 minutes, he led her away in handcuffs to an unmarked vehicle.
Ooh, imagine. He took your wife and put her in the back of a paddy wagon. You know what I'm talking about? Boom, right there in front of you.
I'm only doing my job, he said. Everything will be okay.
Ooh.
So began a 16-day ordeal, a night on the floor of a basement holding cell in downtown Los Angeles.
So she's been detained and placed inside of a jail. First time probably in her life. Treated treated in a way she could never have imagined.
2 weeks in a Mojave Desert detention center, and a frantic legal effort to win her release. Freed on a $35,000 bond with an electronic monitor clamped to her ankle.
You want to see the photos? This is a New York Times article. This is a New York Times article. You can go see the photos right here. Here you go, right there. See that ankle monitor right there? See that ankle monitor right there, MAGA? She's got the ultimate MAGA reward, ladies and gentlemen. You can't make this stuff up.
She is now fighting to stay in the United States against federal charges of overstaying her visa. Ms. Bobraneva, who is from Russia, has a pending green card application, and her lawyer asserts that she was never out of lawful status. Her case represents a new front in President Trump's mass deportation drive. Arrests at airports of people whose visas have expired but who have active immigration cases and no criminal history. Although green card applicants with expired visas can be detained under federal law.
How many people out there feel sorry for this couple? This is 3-time Trump voter right here. This is a 3 times Trump voter. How many of you honestly feel sorry? No. I just need somebody out there to tell me they honestly empathize and sympathize with this. Oh, wow.
Previous administrations did not consider them to be in the country unlawfully. But as the Trump administration seeks to nearly double its daily...
So Biden never considered them to be in the country unlawfully, right? This is what MAGA has to live with. The person you threw all your hatred at cared enough about you and your wife, though. And what did your wicked, evil behinds do? You looked a gift horse in the mouth. You spat on Joe Biden. You stomped on Kamala. You hurled every insult at the Democrats. And now you want us to all of a sudden work with you and bring you back into the fold and stuff like that?
Arrest to 2,000 people. It is detaining and attempting to deport thousands of people who believed they were following the rules.
Oh, isn't that funny? When other people were in the country and they believed that they were following the rules, you had a problem with it because in your brain it had something to do with black and brown people coming in through the southern border. And that's what you perceived the issue was. Just like when it comes to AB, they don't know what's really under the umbrella of an AB. They just assume it's always that one thing. No, it's a lot of different ways things happen in this country, you smooth-brained demons.
The allure of the MAGA campaign was around illegal entries of criminals, said Mr. Jindra, 48. There was never a mandate for this president to turn the barrel of the gun and start going after people who legally entered.
You hear what he's saying now? You hear what he's saying? But she came in and overstayed her visa. Okay, she may have came in legally, but she's now illegally in the country. But you don't have a problem with that. But you have a problem with other people when they do it. You see how this stuff always comes full circle?
In response to questions about Ms. Bobraneva's case, the Department of Homeland Security said in a statement that she was, quote, an illegal alien targeted for arrest because, quote, she overstayed her welcome in violation of our nation's laws.
There you go. She overstayed. Congratulations. You got the ultimate MAGA reward. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
To be clear, work authorization or a pending application do not confer legal status in the United States, the agency said in a statement. Mr. Trump's immigration agenda, which helped propel him to the White House for a second term, is becoming a vulnerability for the Republican Party ahead of the midterms, as even some members of his base have begun condemning ICE's hardline tactics.
Isn't it funny when you start seeing Republicans act like radical leftists? Isn't it funny? All of a sudden now they're over here going, we need humane ways to address immigration. We don't like all of this rounding people up stuff. Isn't it interesting when you hear Republicans, hardcore Trump supporters, sounding like radical leftists, especially when it comes to like the data centers now? Because now that the data centers are actually entering their neighborhoods and they're actually having to drink the dirty water themselves, they're going, wait a minute. We care. We care about the environment out here in Texas. I seen a video on CNN because, they're doing things around the construction and the border wall, and they're getting rid of a lot of the natural land areas that people go and hunting at and go fishing. Now they're getting rid of it, and you see these hardcore Trump supporters. Hold on a second. What are you doing right there? We need that land. We need the environment. These people, you see what's happening with Lake Mead right now, right? They're seeing Lake Mead dry up. These lower states, these lower basin states are having to now fight for water. Hold on now. Hold on. We need to meet and talk about the environment. It is so hilarious watching the smooth brains get a wrinkle. It's really one of the funniest things I've ever seen. It's really one of the funniest things I've ever seen. You love today's show? Thank you, Kabira. Thank you. But what we're doing is we're walking the dog today, Kabir. We're walking the dog because most of these people left on social media, they're just trolls. They're just trolls. So what we got to do is just walk the dog, all right? And so let's get back to a Trump supporter that voted for Trump 3 times, and now his wife is getting treated like the worst of the worst and the scum of the earth.
Mr. Jindra considered himself a MAGA patriot until his wife's detention.
That part.
She did not jump a wall.
Oh.
She did not swim a river, he said. She came in Trump's beautiful big front door.
Oh. You see how he paints it? When his wife does it, she came into the country through your big, beautiful front door, Mr. Daddy. He calls him Mr. Daddy. She didn't jump a wall. I'm ultimate MAGA. What are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? Now I gotta sleep at night by myself. My third leg. Who's gonna heat up my third leg?
Ms. Bobrineva arrived on a tourist visa in late 2021, extended it twice following Russia's invasion of Ukraine, and applied for asylum in 2022.
Whoa.
She met Mr. Jindra in March 2025, and by December they were married. It was your storybook romance, he
Disney.
said. Mr. Jindra petitioned in April to sponsor his wife for a marriage-based green.
So this was a fast track towards, getting somebody to take care of you in your home, because this is a lonely guy. Found a woman that would actually tolerate his sick self. Hurried up and married her. I'm going to get the paperwork going and everything on you, because you're doing a lot just for, he felt like Big Meech in a way. He felt like he was it to her. And Trump basically said, yeah, with one snap of his fingers, it's over. All that little Disney stuff you and her were doing, it's over now. She got to go. And now all of a sudden.
They received official confirmation the application had been accepted. She was fingerprinted. The newlyweds bought a dream house in Cleveland, Ohio, where Mr. Jindra was raised and intended to relocate there soon. They planned a trip to Sonoma County's wine country to celebrate Ms. Bobrineva's 40th birthday on July 16th. Mr. Jindra booked a suite at a boutique hotel, prepaid for visits to 3 vineyards, and hired a driver. They never made it. On July 13th, the couple boarded a flight from San Francisco to Burbank, where Mr. Jindra planned to meet clients and Ms. Bobrineva to see friends. Approached by plainclothes agents at the airport, the couple first thought it was a ruse. When the ICE badge was flipped, you could tell that was legit, recalled Mr. Jindra, referring to Immigration and Customs Enforcement. He immediately called their immigration lawyer, but the agents refused to speak with him. They ushered Ms. Bobrineva into a room, leaving her husband on the concourse, flanked by Burbank Airport police, he said. Inside, the agents told Ms. Bobrineva that she had overstayed her visa.
True.
I was absolutely sure this was a mistake, she said. She explained that she was in the process of securing a green card and presented documents.
I was on my way to get this stuff taken care of. What are you doing? I'm trying to get it right now. What are you doing? We've all done this before.
When an agent pulled out handcuffs, Ms. Bobrineva was stunned. She asked to give her engagement ring and other jewelry to her husband. They then led her away, saying that Mr. Jindra would know where to find her.
Wow.
A U.S. citizen just watched his wife get dragged away and had no idea where she's going, recalled Mr. Jindra. The white SUV sped off into the darkness. Ms. Bobrineva, alone with 2 men, said she feared for her safety until they arrived at an ICE facility. She was held in a frigid room with...
Uh-oh. All right. Now, this is the part that gets serious. I need you all to understand what she went through when she was detained, all right? Because this is the part of it where I think maybe you'll start to feel sorry for her, because listen to how ICE treated her while she was inside of this detention facility. This is really if you have a heart, you'll understand.
With a handful of women. She recalled a gaunt diabetic immigrant in her 70s pleading for insulin to no avail.
Wow.
Ms. Bobraneva curled up on the ground under a foil blanket. Wow. About 18 hours later, she was shackled at the ankles, waist, and wrists and loaded into an unmarked van with several other immigrants. They bounced up and down in the sweltering vehicle as it raced toward the detention center in Adelanto.
Wow.
I felt like a piece of meat.
Wow. Wow. And her husband voted for this. Her husband voted for all of this to happen to her. Think about this.
Not like a human, recalled Ms. Bobraneva. By the time she changed into blue prison garb and was assigned bunk L63, a lower bed in the women's section, it was 5 a.m. 30 minutes later, as she drifted off to sleep, orders blared over the loudspeaker for detainee count and breakfast lineup.
Wow.
Sleep deprivation was a constant, she said. Lights were always on. Handheld radios carried by the guards crackled day and night. On her birthday, Ms. Bobraneva recalled, she shared chocolate she had ordered from the commissary with fellow Russian-speaking detainees from Russia, Ukraine, Belarus, and Armenia.
Wow. She's getting along with everybody now. Isn't that crazy? And isn't it crazy when you're in jail, prison, all of a sudden, Jesus seems to appear. And if you're hugging on my mama from my jail cell, y'all know what I'm talking about. Now she's getting along with the Ukrainians, the Belarusians, all these different ethnic groups. And it's like, we all get along now because we got one thing in common. Donald Trump hates us, and the rest of the country's racism and bigotry has us all in this one spot. Now we can see the humanity.
Ms. Bobraneva described neglect, filth, and people in despair. For 120 women, there were 7 showers.
Wow.
Only 4 worked.
Ooh.
Potable water was scarce.
Ooh.
Ailing people were denied care until they required hospitalization, she said, echoing allegations in a federal lawsuit.
Wow.
The GEO Group, which operates the detention center, declined to comment on Ms. Bobraneva's allegations and referred questions to ICE.
Oh. So they said what she's saying isn't true. People are inside of our facilities having the time of their life. Yeah, they sing YMCA all night. They eat like kings and queens. Whatever she's talking about, it's complete make-believe. It's poppycock, right?
The statement, a Homeland Security spokesperson said, any claim that there are subprime conditions at Adelanto ICE processing facility are false.
Oh, false.
All detainees are provided with proper meals, water, medical treatment, and have opportunities to communicate with their family members and lawyers.
So in other words, we're treating them like we're treating our men and women in uniform in Iran right now. On the USS Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, we're treating them the same way.
ICE did not respond to questions.
Of course
You
not.
become a number, she said. Nobody cares. There is zero empathy. Mr. Jindra visited when allowed, 3 times a week, and scrambled to secure her release. 2 weeks passed. Their lawyer, Patrick Valdez, requested a bond hearing,
Look at this.
scheduled for July 28th. Ms. Bobraneva was released July 29th on a $35,000 bond with an ankle monitor and an order to report to ICE in San Francisco, August 5th.
Wow.
Over dinner at a seafood restaurant in Redwood City the night before her appointment, Ms. Bobraneva barely touched her crab cakes.
Wow.
She had been struggling to sleep.
Wow. So right before her ICE hearing, she's going out to eat. Her husband is trying to wine and dine her, gives her the crab cakes. I'm not even hungry. Babe, I'm not hungry. You can try all these things, but I'm just not hungry because at any moment, ICE could run up in here again and do a number on me. Yeah, the guy you voted for. the guy you were proud to have voted for. You know who else was in San Francisco? Vice President Kamala Harris. They didn't. This didn't happen to you when Kamala was in the city getting busy. You know what I'm saying? But now your dear leader is making you honestly understand who the real daddy is.
And was terrified of being detained again.
Oh.
I never thought that it was so easy to take freedom from anyone, she said.
There you go.
Mr. Jindra, too, was nervous. We are living in fear in my own country, he said.
Oh.
Early the next morning.
Now he says the words that I'm waiting for DJ to come to the kingdom and say to us. Because we know all of you are living in fear.
They joined a line outside the immigration building that wrapped around the block. Miss Bobraneva entered with her lawyer more than 2 hours later.
Look at that line.
They emerged with instructions from ICE to report back on September 7th.
Ooh.
The couple returned to Redwood City,
Ooh.
where unopened birthday gifts and deflating balloons sat on their dining room table, alongside a vase of 24 wilted roses. I cannot celebrate anything, Ms. Bobraneva said. Her first court appearance is October 22nd, but her case will take months to be resolved. Wearing the electronic monitor, Ms. Bobraneva is confined to a tight perimeter.
Wow.
Last Sunday, the couple ventured to the beach. Ms. Bobraneva was enjoying her freedom, Mr. Jindra said, all 75-mile radius of it. Kirsten Noyes contributed research.
Wow. 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 And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. W. Zeus. And that concludes my morning monologue. And I hope you all enjoyed what I did. Honestly, I put something together. Yeah, that's a lesson. No. Seriously, thank you. How many of you feel sorry for her and her husband? W's in the chat for Kabira. W. July love. Yeah. So y'all want to go get some crab cakes today and just really do it big? W's in the chat for Dolphin. Yeah, I'm a true patriot. I've been fighting it, and not just me, all of you. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, let's open up the boxes. A W to all the gifters, WVIP. And let's hear from those of you who are serious. All right. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. Because if you know me, TikTok wants me to go and they want me to do like 40 hours a week on this app. And I thought about it and I said, I tried a couple of times. I just got other things to do. But one thing we all are committed to doing is saving this country from the evil clutches of Donald J. Trump and his legion of demons, right? And so when I'm not doing my show, I like to go in and check on other creators to see, check and see what the temperature is, right? I was on my good friend Angie's live yesterday, right, Ange? We were there. And we're at a point now where the Trump voters, they refuse, WVIP. They refuse to engage in good faith conversations about Donald Trump right now, right? They're more concerned about trying to save face, right? And they're doing it in their own way, but they're slowly coming to the conclusion what everyone else that I've just showed you is that Donald Trump lied to them, that he manipulated them, that he's a terrible president, right? And so now if they get on our platforms, what do? They want to pivot, they want to deny, they want to lie, they want to troll. And I said, you know what? We got a country to save. We can't deal with that right now. We can't deal with childish behavior. Nothing grinds my gears right now more than seeing a person that presents themselves as an adult behave in a very, very childish and immature way right now when the stakes are so high. Wherever you're at in this country, this is now the time to set aside seriously a lot of your political differences and get out there and vote blue. And I don't want you to do it just to be in a cult. No, you need to do it in order to pump the brakes on this Trump administration who's hell-bent on trying to actively destroy the United States of America. Because here's the thing, and Kiki, she said it, Donald Trump is mad. He was mad that the United States of America made an attempt to hold him accountable for the crimes that he's been committing, right? And so he's taking out his anger on the American people. He could care less. He could care less about you, me, his supporters, any of them. If you don't go along with what he is saying, you know what he's going to do to you. And even if you do go along with him, like this couple that I just shared the story with you about, yeah, he's still going to do a number on you. You still are going to end up suffering. You're still going to be paying higher prices. But even with Biden, at least you got something. With Donald Trump, you're not getting anything, and that's a huge W, Zeus. Oh, no sound, only sound effects. Gunny, wait a second, Gunny. Are you talking to Big Zeus? Are you talking to Big Zeus, Gunny? Are you a Trump supporter, Gunny? Because I would hate to do this. W's in the chat for Ange. Thank you, Ange. All right, let's open up the boxes. Yeah, all right, let's open up the boxes. Yeah, I would hate to think, listen, if you're complaining about the way that I run my platform, I'm always open to feedback. Reach out to one of my amazing moderators and file your complaint with them, right? File your complaint with one of my mods, and what they'll do is they'll take down the information, and when we have the next meeting, we'll go over the complaint, and if there's something to it, we might make the adjustment. But in the meantime and in between time, why don't you do me a favor and sit your special behinds down and listen to this special broadcast? You just might learn something. Yeah, I'm up here doing all the heavy lifting, all the hard work, and you're in the comments crying. It doesn't make any sense. Good morning, Poetivity. How are you doing, sis?
I'm doing okay. I was kind of discouraged this weekend, kind of going around looking for a live to be in, and everybody was letting the Trump supporters drive the conversations. And so I was really disappointed by that.
Well, I get why they do that, right? And there was a period in content creation, live creation history where I believe we needed that, right? Because truly, if two people are having a conversation, you want to have a good faith discussion. But is it your consensus, or so to speak, do you feel like MAGA is genuinely interested in having good faith conversations?
No, because what they do is they drive all the conversations towards the A issue. And they drive all the conversations towards the trans issue. And those are not really issues. Like, those are, yeah, we want to get Roe v. Wade back in, but that will happen, when Democrats take power. But what they don't want to talk about is how much Trump has failed. And they don't want to talk about his policies. They don't want to talk about his corruption. They don't want to talk about any of that. And that's what we really need to keep the conversation focused on, because with the A issue, it's just so emotional for some people. Like, oh, I want all the unwanted babies to be born,
Yeah, I get it.
And
no, you're right.
Yeah.
But they don't want to talk about the economy, for instance, right? Because that would mean they would have to concede a lot of territory that the Democrats did it better in a way. Am I right?
Well, yeah, but not only that, but before this election occurred and Trump stepped into office, which I don't believe he actually won, on my personal opinion, but before he stepped in, the economists were all saying, his plans that he has laid out here, the things that he has said he wants to do, those are going to totally collapse your economy. We're going to go bankrupt. And, here we are, over $40 trillion in debt, more than our economy. We can't pay our bills anymore. We can't borrow money from anybody because nobody loves us anymore. They all think we're jerks. And so we're in big trouble. And he is driving us towards country bankruptcy, which is going to be absolutely devastating for every single person in the United States. We're all going to be in the same sinking boat.
Yep.
But the fact is that if the right thing had happened and the true president had taken office, Kamala Harris,
we would be so much further along.
We would be thriving.
Oh my God.
We would be thriving. And the economists predict that based on what she had said her plans were. And she laid them out very carefully. And she said that this is what I want to do. This is how it will help. This is who it will help. And this is how we'll get our country back from the billionaires.
Wow. And they couldn't bring themselves to do it. There was something about Kamala. They just couldn't bring themselves to do it. And even now, I played the video of this woman, you saw her, I don't know, who was angry at Trump. She's still hurling insults at Vice President Harris.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it really bothers me because it's like they don't get it.
They're so brainwashed. And the worst part of it is that these are really good people that they're disparaging.
Oh.
I mean, Kamala Harris is an amazing person.
That part.
I mean,
she really is.
She worked hard for her education. She worked hard for the people of California. She worked hard as the vice president. You know, she had energy and enthusiasm and a positive attitude and a good education. And she was more than qualified for the job of being president. You know, she would have been an amazing, we would be living in an amazing, widely respected country if she had been president.
W. Brooks. Yeah.
And the fact that he stole it from her and is now destroying the country completely, brick by brick. The Trump supporters seem to have fallen off of total support for him. They now say fewer nice things about him. But the fact is, we are living among brainwashed people who can't even recognize a good person that's right in front of them anymore.
Well, I think they recognize him, and I can tell you why. Because I use him as a punching bag on my show, DJ. He's quiet. You notice this? That means, in my mind, because we've all done crazy things. We've all been on the bad side of life before. When you're doing wrong, and good, you know, the truth comes out. You know what you do? You do like this. You get real quiet. I don't want to. Because you got so much pride inside, right? But I interpret all of this radio silence about all the things you just pointed out as they're sitting there just eating crow. They're eating crow right now. It's sad. Like the lady said, she's eating peanut butter. Hello, Val. Hello, Val. They're eating. Think about how humbling it is, Poetivity, right?
Yeah.
You went from having SNAP benefits under Joe Biden to living in your car, eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches to survive.
Well, the thing is that they have this image of Donald Trump, that he is like the Mission Impossible people.
Wow.
Boom, 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 boom. Because, you know, what we see, all the corruption and the pushing money into his own accounts, into his own kids, and side dealing and taking over companies and trying to squash freedom of speech and taking over the media and using all of his billionaire buddies and to commit these crimes out in the open. When he's doing all of that stuff, they think that he's on some secret Mission Impossible mission, and that this is all going to turn out just fine eventually. They're not going to come to terms with the fact that they destroyed the country until the country is absolutely destroyed. There's going to be it's going to be a disaster. And the thing is that I have a couple of concerns. One, that we talk nice to him on here, because we are literally, in the way that we interact with one another, we are literally teaching AI robots how to treat humans. And
they're not human beings if they're possessed. This is just my opinion, Poetivity. You could disagree with it, but I don't even refer to people possessed with the MAGA demon as humans. They're creatures.
Well, I know, and that's the problem, though, is because the AI robots are learning from us that the right side, which there's more of us than them, that the right side is filled with inhuman creatures. That's what we believe. That's what they've acted like, right? But they, on the other hand, they have their representatives and the president and everybody else saying that the Democrats are evil and they're teas and they need to be eliminated from our society. Really? That's what the right side is saying. That's what Steve Miller is saying. That's what Steve Bannon's saying. That's what Donald Trump is saying.
Right.
And all those people saying that are teaching the robots to go after all humans.
Oh.
Because we are teaching them to go after the Republicans because the Republicans are wrong, and the Republicans are teaching them to go after us because they believe that the Democrats are wrong. And so we will end up, all of us, all humans will end up running from murderous robots like iRobot. It's going to be bad. So if we want to live through this, I think this tech revolution with these tech bros in charge of us and all this money behind us, we got to learn to speak civilly to one another, no matter what side we're on.
Fair enough. You twisted my arm, Poetivity, and you know what? I'll let you. You can lead that charge, all right? But no. You can lead
hard.
it. But
it's so hard.
But I used to be the nicest person, and you can ask all these people. I used to be so nice. People would get on my show and say, "Why are you talking to?" But where we're at right now. Do you feel sorry for the woman that's eating the peanut butter and jelly sandwich right now, Poetivity? Be honest. That called Vice President Kamala Harris something filthy in her complaint against Trump. Do you really feel sorry for these creatures?
I'm a little sorry that she has access to peanut butter.
Fair enough.
I
mean, this is where we're at right now because we cannot. We just can't allow them to get any more power. We got to stop them. And that means we got to tell people the honest truth about these demons. These folks don't understand anything and they want to destroy themselves and the country. Case closed. And if you want to destroy yourself, be my guest, but don't you dare do it to the country. The rest of us want to do something.
Yeah. The last thing I want to say is that the thing that the Trump supporters do not get is that by promoting this criminal P3DO, perverted old liar,
that part,
they are making all the perverted P3DO old conmen mobsters think about running for president. And from now on, because he has proven that no matter what crime you might have committed, what horrible things you might have done in your past or in your future or in your daily life even, they don't care as long as you appear to be mean to somebody. And so all of the criminals, all of the cruel-hearted people, all of the psychopaths, all of the people who are out only for themselves will be registering to vote or to run on the Republican ticket. And we will be constantly trying to field the cruelty and the criminality out of our government from now on because of this man.
Wow. And I agree. W's in the chat for Poetivity. Well,
we have to hold him accountable.
We will.
We have to hold him accountable. 100%. All of them need to be held accountable.
Amen to that. Amen. Well, listen, thank you so much, Poetivity.
Yeah, sorry I'm a little serious this morning, but...
No, you're just being yourself. Just be yourself. That's all I say. Be yourself. You don't want to be somebody else. And you know what? You're not. You're not MAGA. Let's go.
No, I'm not MAGA.
So neither am I. So, but what you've said, honestly, I know a lot of people value what you're saying, and it means a lot, and it's actually having a positive impact. So feel free to always speak your truth, all right? Seriously. Now, you stay safe out there.
I love all the Democrats. I love all of you that show up every day and do this hard work. Please pay Zeus, as I do, for his information and his time. And the other thing is, when we're out there on these streets and we're fighting them, let's drive the conversation. Let's make sure we're talking about Trump's failures.
Thank you.
And we're talking about his criminality, because we cannot let them veer into the topics that are, the
distractions. They're distractions.
They are. They're the ones that seal up the Republican vote and the things that they think, it doesn't matter what else he's doing as long as A is still illegal, is part of a huge base of their voters. So we cannot drive it to that conversation because we'll lose every time. We've got to drive it to the truth of what he has actually done to our country in the world, what he's doing to our service people right now, what he's doing in the economy and in the reputation of the United States, and the fact that we are no longer as free as we used to be.
Amen.
So,
amen. All right. Well, thank you, Poetivity.
Well, thanks for having me up,
Kimmy.
Zeus.
All right. You too. No lies detected. W Poetivity. Piggy Lane, thank you so much. All right. Wow. Yeah. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, what a great show. Honestly, I do appreciate the honesty and the transparency. As we go into midterms, yeah, we can't play games any longer. And yeah, it's going to get uglier because, people are going to become more competitive to try to get a win. But at this point, yeah, I don't want to really hear anybody talking if they are not actually interested in having a good faith conversation. Where are all the people that were clapping and cheering when Donald Trump claimed he had a mandate and started destroying this country? All right, look who we got, ladies and gentlemen. Union Gang. Good morning, brother. How you doing, man? Welcome to the show.
What's going on, man?
You coming in large with it. Let's go. F Ice. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, a MAGA family rolled up on me this weekend. I was at the Capitol, and I had this version of the Elon flag with me.
Right.
And she had her kids. Listen, she was like, "Why are you? There's kids everywhere. Why are you here with that flag?" And she had her kids with MAGA hats on.
Wow.
Right. And so me, I turned around and immediately got to roasting them.
Yeah.
Like, you got a problem with this word, but you don't have a problem with what he's doing to kids. Yeah. You don't have a problem with people getting lynched. You don't have a problem with sailors getting by him. And so man, it blew up. Wow. It blew up on TikTok, man. My damn top video right now.
Oh,
finally got me over 100K.
Let's go.
So I'm like, hey, but we gotta continue to stay on these demons because what they want. Yeah, it might be on this account. You use Union Gang Soldier. It's the latest one there.
Okay, hold on.
And, it blew up.
If you don't mind, let me get that.
Yeah, go ahead and play. Go ahead and play. Just know, how I do, guys. So it's explicit language.
Oh, we work with whatever we got to work with over here. Okay, let's see. I didn't.
Yeah, because I'm matching the Seed Demons energy.
Okay, this is the one with 2.8 million big ones.
That's it.
This is it, right? Okay. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get into this. See. Because we like to get to the bottom of what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Okay, display. There you go. Yeah. There we go. Is that it right there?
Let me see. I can't see. It's kind of small on yours, but it might be. It's one where I'm walking with the Elon flag. It says F Elon. That's how it shows the medals, and then I think that's probably it.
This is it?
No, that's not it.
Oh,
that's not it.
Okay, hold on.
It's on that account though. I think you got to scroll down one.
I see. Is it this one?
Congratulations. No, not that one.
This one?
Don't say congratulations. So what's account is this? It's probably gonna be.
It says Union Gang.
Oh, you're on my IG. Is that my IG? That's my TikTok.
Yeah.
All right, go to Union Gang Soldier. Go to Union Gang Soldier.
Okay.
I may not be on that account because I have to jump so many times. But
okay.
Union Gang Soldier is the account, and it has one with it's like it should be approaching 2 million, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, Union Gang Soldier.
Yeah, there you go.
It's called MAGA Mom versus the First Amendment.
Okay, Union Gang Soldier.
It's the name of the video.
Maybe it's this one. Okay, yeah. How recent is this video?
It just happened this weekend. So, but it's been popping. Even on Instagram, it's doing like 60,000. So that's it.
That's it.
This is it.
Okay.
Why do you think you can just hold that
I
up?
mostly can. That's called the First Amendment.
There's
You think you can so what?
There's
Your man's a pedophile. Your man's a pedophile. Imagine that, right? A fucking code. Hey, so what, man? It's called the First Amendment. It's called the First Amendment. And guess what? They can learn about the First Amendment. They still hanging black children in Mississippi. Do you give a fuck? So you more offended about fuck or you more about him fucking over sailors? Right, you damn right. Just like Melania. That's all right. Hey, cry harder about that shit. Cry harder about that shit, lady. Trump don't give a fuck about children. He used Air Force One as a decoy. Cry harder about that shit. Cry harder, chick. You welcome. You can thank me for my motherfucking service now. Fuck out of here. It's forever fuck Trump. And anybody who's still fucking with that white supremacist. Hey, fuck Trump today, fuck Trump tomorrow, and fuck Trump forever.
Wow, there you go.
As you know, guys, I'm rough and raw, guys.
Wow.
So, hey, Zeus hit it with the high ground.
Yeah. Oh, wait a second. Come on back, bro. I think I clicked the wrong button. My bad, bro. Hold on. Technical difficulty. Foul on the play. Where'd you go, Union Gang? Wait a second. Come on back, bro. Hold on. Technical difficulty. Foul on the play. Where'd you go, Union Gang? Wait a second. Come on back, bro. Hold on. Technical difficulty. Foul on the play. Where'd you go, Union Gang? Wait a second. Come on back, bro. Hold on. Technical difficulty. Foul on the play. Where'd you go, Union Gang? Wait a second. Come on back, bro. Hold on. Technical difficulty. Foul on the play. Where'd you go, Union Gang? Wait a second. Come on back, bro. Hold on. Technical difficulty. Foul on the play. Where'd you go, Union Gang? Wait a second. Come on back, bro. Hold on. Technical difficulty. Foul on the play. Where'd you go, Union Gang? Wait a second. Come on back, bro. Hold on. Technical difficulty. Foul on the play. Hold on. I'm over here getting excited. I'm clicking too many buttons. All right, my bad. Oh, yeah.
Hey, no worries, man. We good.
All right. He said Zeus hit him with the high road. And what do you say you do?
Yeah, I drag them straight to hell. Right? When they go low, we drag them to hell over here.
Amen.
It's a perfect harmony, right? You got people. Look, you gotta understand, guys. We did not, pray our way out of slavery. We did not convince these demons to release us. We fought our way out. And we're gonna have to fight for the rights in this country.
Facts.
Look how they treating sailors. They treating sailors like prisoners.
Facts.
Not just on one ship, many ships. The USS Tripoli. We talked about this months ago.
Yeah.
They're out there. They're so bad they're jumping into the water. Now you think of how bad it had to be. Wow. I talked to a guy in DC who said he got people on the ship.
Yeah.
And trust me, he is so upset. He is ready for civil war in the streets. He was telling me, man, he's like, it's far worse than what people are reporting.
Wow.
And I was like, I know it is.
Wow.
I know for a sailor to jump into the water, we're not talking about somebody who just joined the Navy yesterday.
Yeah.
People with decades of experience in there. And they're telling you because they just don't care, man.
What do you say about the people out here? I've seen people on the right say they knew what they signed up for and they need to stop complaining. What do you say to those people?
Well, they full of then suit up.
Oh.
Right? If it's so easy, suit up. Under the best conditions. Listen, here's the thing. Everybody who voted for Trump, going out there and go get laid down for Benjamin Netanyahu. Right? Because that's the only thing that we're playing this for. This helps that land that is not real.
Wow.
It does not help us.
Wow.
There is no strategic victory for America in Iran. Iran been around for 5,000 years.
Yep.
It'll be around for another 5,000. We're not going to change that. No matter what Trump and his minion and criminals going to tell you, that country's not going anywhere, just like black people in this country. We're not going anywhere. Right? You would not have America without us and without our contributions. This country was literally built on black slave labor.
Facts.
And we never going to let you forgive that. My mom was out there a slave in them cotton fields in Mississippi.
Wow.
So we're not letting none of that slide anymore. And if you really come up to me in public and you got your indoctrinated children with MAGA hats on, and you come and bother me while I'm doing my black business,
yeah.
you go get all that smoke.
Amen.
Right? Because we knew something was gonna jump off. Because I seen him walking towards me. I told my cameraman, I was like, hey, get ready, man, because I think this guy's gonna start some stuff. And sure enough, she wanted to come over here, and as big as that area was, she decided to come walk up on me. And now she's viral.
Wow.
So it is what it is.
And it's always incredible how they try to pretend like they care about the kids, but then they support Donald Trump. And it's like they don't even see the irony in all of that.
Well, yeah. Hey, Trump loved the kids too, don't he? And everybody else in them files. So we know that every MAGA accusation is a confession.
That part.
We've been knowing.
That part.
Right? And racism is expensive. Yeah. That's why I say it's forever. It's forever this right here. Forever that for them demons. And we know they're criminals too.
Yeah.
80% of them got hit up with child trafficking charges.
Wow.
In Ohio.
Must be part of the job description. Must be part of the job description.
We know that all of the the meritocracy, having a clean background check, all that's out the window.
Facts.
They're hiring the worst of the worst. How you talking about you try to go get criminals? You hiring criminals. You hiring little criminals.
Yeah.
Who do all type of horrible stuff to their wife and kids.
Yep.
And then you give them a federal badge and gun so they can go out here and do more dirt to people.
Sick.
And so it's up to all of us. We must fight for the world that we want.
Amen.
Period.
Amen.
We must fight for the world. And listen, the dude who just dropped my name, that user symbol, this is one of my biggest fans right here.
Who?
Let me tell you about this guy. Because you out of Florida, right? This dude out of Florida, a career criminal.
Oh, okay.
And you love to keep my name in your mouth, dude. So he been stalking me for like 3 years. But dude, your whole family's criminals.
Oh.
Right? You could never see me, dude.
Oh.
That's why you follow me, my biggest fan. But you could never see my military accomplishments.
Facts.
Right? So you could drop my government name, tell it's blue in the face. Listen, my address ain't changed.
Ooh.
Right? Y'all sent to SWAT twice. Yeah. I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Right? So that's all you do. But I got you. And listen, all you gotta do is look up his username is his inmate number.
Oh,
what a genius! Right, what a genius, guy! What a genius! Right, who puts the inmate number on their user profile?
Wow!
Right, so that's why I said. So now everybody know who you are. Since you won't be famous so much, man, I got you.
Wow!
Right,
wow.
And my wife and daughter says, "Hey, go sit on that, man. Go stalk that down." I tell you, man, these MAGA criminals.
Why are they so?
Your entire family tree couldn't see me.
Wow. I mean, and they do all of this.
Hey, my bad. Family reef, guys. It was a family reef. They do like that. They like to do a lot of inbreeding over there.
Oh Lord, have mercy. So these are people that love Donald Trump so much they're willing to risk their freedom for him. Isn't that crazy?
No, yeah, the same ones that stormed the Capitol.
Yeah.
They let these guys out and let them join ICE.
Wow.
How despicable.
Yeah. Sick.
And so this is why this is why we must rise up, guys. We
Yeah.
must be out here. Voting is your primary weapon, not your only one, but you need to be using it.
Amen.
You need to get out here and get as many people to vote because this is what they want. We know the game plan. No matter what, if he lose, he gonna say it's rigged. He gonna try to do everything in his power. He'll put these criminals out here in the polling places. So be ready for shenanigans, but show up in force and get involved and do something.
Amen.
It's time to fight back. No matter how you fight back, guys, you cannot sit on the sidelines, especially if you're black. You know these demons have declared war on us.
Facts.
Look how they're doing black women, right? Attacking black women so bold with it. They put it in their part of the 2025 plan to come after black women.
Sure did.
And that's exactly what they're doing. 400,000 jobs gone. And let me tell you, the government is a shell of its former self.
Wow.
Stuff is just not getting done. That's why stuff's so bad in the Navy. Who you think is doing the work? That's why I said America not going nowhere without black people. Listen, we are tied together. Right? Black liberation and the future of America, they are tied together.
Amen.
You cannot have one without another.
Amen.
No matter what they think, you can't. Without this right here, there would not be America.
Facts.
Hey, but I appreciate everything you do, Zeus. So we can stay on them.
I appreciate you too, bro. I love how you stay on them and you getting out there real active with it. You know what I'm saying? I envy you in a way because I don't have the ability to do that. But again, your background and your experience, I tell you, it's doing God's work out here, shifting the votes and changing the hearts and souls of many of us out here. So thank you so much for being a beacon of inspiration, brother. I appreciate it.
Hey, likewise, man. I love what you do.
All righty then. Ladies and gentlemen, W's in the chat for Union Gang. No lies detected. Good, clean content. What we're pumping out today. This is good, clean content. Everything is landing. All facts, truth, real stuff people can digest without any of the distractions of the MAGA demons. W's to all of you in the chat. That's why I said we're really at a point now where we don't need to hear from the trolls. These trolls are done. They don't know if they're going or coming. I promise you they don't. All right, moving on. Brother Val, welcome to the show. Welcome, Brother Val.
What is up, sir?
What is going on? How are you?
Oh, I got
long time no see in the kingdom. People been asking, where's Val?
I was out of town. It's all good. Doing the work. But I've got something for you.
Oh, you do? Do we need to put you on the big screen?
Yes, you do.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Okay, guys, what I'm going to play, the guy that you see at the top is named Stuart Stevens. Stuart Stevens is the co-founder of the Lincoln Project.
Mm-hmm.
Now, people that don't know who the Lincoln Project is, I would not know how you would not know that by these times and days. But what I want you to listen to is what he talks about here. He dropped this video. This was an interview that was done last week.
Oh.
And he dropped this interview about why he's doing what he's doing and what Donald Trump has actually done to the Republican Party.
Oh, let's get into it.
As a guy who used to work in the Republican Party, Trump is laying the predicate for, I think, an acceptance of a far more center-left government than would have been, because you have an absence of a sane conservative alternative. And Trump has proven that every criticism about the Republican Party was right. Everything that to the extreme that we were accused of, that we were a party that was racist, a party that was backward looking, that a party that favored the rich, a party that really only focused on helping those who were like us, which meant helping us like, white folks. I argued against that for years, and I was wrong. It turns out that is exactly what the Republican Party is, and is very happy to be it.
Now, for those, you can take me out of the screen now.
Wow. Huh.
Now, people that don't know who Stuart Stevens was a Republican strategist for decades.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay, this is a man, and this is what you're seeing across the Republican Party today, right? This is what you're really seeing on the streets, not what we talk about here on TikTok, not the ultra MAGA that come up to these screens that want to argue a losing argument 100% of the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These are real Republicans that are on the streets that are seeing exactly what Stuart Stevens is saying. Donald Trump has proven what we've been saying the Republican Party is since Ronald Reagan.
Wow. W's in the chat for Val. I mean, if you know, you know, and I'm sitting here listening to it, and it's the irony in it all, right? It's like there couldn't have been a better combination of things and events to take place that actually make that point as pronounced as it is today, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the part we forget with these discussions, right? When we have these discussions, Poetivity was right when she said, we need to keep them on point. We need to steer the conversation. We need, you know what I'm saying? We need to quit letting them try to determine what we're going to talk about. No, on these panels with these people, we need to talk about their failures. If they want to go back, and talk about Clinton, no, we're not talking about Clinton. We're talking about the failures of this president today at this point in time.
Bingo.
The fact that our grocery prices are higher, the fact that our gas prices are higher, the fact that, you know what I'm saying, the fact that we're losing people on insurance actually not helping, the fact that SNAP benefits have been cut, the fact that WIC and everything else is under attack, the fact that Medicare is under attack. These are the things we need to keep driving home. The fact that he's giving tax breaks to the rich and he's helping the most wealthy. The fact that this man has made $3.1 billion in 2 years in public office.
Wow.
$3.1 billion. Don't tell me about Nancy Pelosi. I don't give a shit.
Oh, W's in the chat for now.
So,
what?
You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me about that. I don't care. Nancy Pelosi never made $3.1 billion in 2 years. Not even close.
Wow.
Where I don't even know where y'all are coming from.
Wow.
Okay. The stock manipulation, everything that's going on, the loss of jobs. You know, did everybody forget about the jobs report last month that came out?
What was it? The 23,000 jobs lost or something like that?
Yeah, 23,000 job loss. That was before the correction. What's this going to be like after the correction?
Ooh.
Okay, these are, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is going to be, this is a nightmare that we're headed into. And we do need to fight for 2026. You know what I'm saying? We need to make sure that we get everybody in place that we can. We need to fight for people like James Tallarico. We need to fight for people like, you know, all these people that are running. We need to fight for these governor's races too, guys. We forget a lot about these governor's races, and they're important.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of them that can be turned, including Texas. They're in a dead heat.
Yeah. Good.
Okay. The governor's race is in a dead heat.
Really? The governor's race is in play?
The governor's race is in play in Texas. So these, you know, these are the things that we need to talk about. We need to keep them on task. Same thing in Ohio. The governor's race is in play in Ohio too. So, you know, these are the things we need to keep talking about and driving home.
Yeah.
This is what we have been working for the last 10 years.
Wow. Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is the combination of the moment we've been working for, but then we have to do something with it. Okay. We can't just go, as Democrats, we cannot just go through the election and go, take a breath and go, okay, we got control of the House and the Senate. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now we can take a breath. No, there is no breath.
No.
There's no breath until every ember of what MAGA has stood for is extinguished.
Let's go.
Every ember.
Wouldn't that be lovely, ladies and gentlemen? Wow, Val, that was like you really tapped into what I've been dreaming about lately. Yeah, wouldn't it be nice to get to a place in American history, so to speak, when every ember of what MAGA represents, what happens to it? You said it just disintegrates?
It just goes away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It just needs to end. We need to put the racists back under a cover.
Thank you. Or obliterate them entirely, right?
Right.
Make them.
We just they need to understand that they're wrong, and if they don't understand they're wrong, we will just bury you in problems the rest of your life.
Can I ask you a question, Val? Over the weekend, I saw a photo of Obama in a tan suit. I don't think I was processing that because I was a lot younger and I wasn't into politics. But what did that tan suit do to the racists in this country? What did you think?
Oh, they lost their mind.
Why?
You know what? I can't explain why. you know that's a man walks out in a tan suit. I don't know. I mean, I've wore a tan suit before.
Yeah.
I mean, I've wore, you know what I'm saying? I've wore different color suits and different things, and I don't understand why this was a problem.
I don't get it either. But
I mean, did they not like the brown shoes?
Go ahead.
Was it the brown shoes? Was that bothersome to them? Was style a
Reagan
problem?
wore a tan suit? Is that what you said, Kabir?
Yeah. Was style a problem? I mean, man, go to a store and look around. Get out of your house. I don't know what to tell you.
Wow, W's in the chat for Val. Yeah, I do see Reagan wore a tan suit. They didn't crash out when Reagan did it.
They didn't crash out when Reagan did it.
Oh,
and that was an ugly tan suit.
So Obama did it better. Oh,
hey, I'm not going to lie. That was a nice suit.
yeah. I mean, I just sit back and I go, what happened in MAGA in their brains, Val, when they saw Obama wearing this tan suit? It just doesn't make sense.
It makes no sense.
Look at it.
I mean, this is the adage of I'm looking for something wrong anywhere I can find it, rather than finding a solution to make something right.
Wow. Unbelievable. W's in the chat for Val. I mean, how do you have two of them wearing a tan suit and you only get mad at one?
Well, I mean, they're blaming Muslims for everything right now, right? You know what I'm saying? That's the argument right now. Oh, Muslims, they're responsible for everything that's going on in this country right now. These Muslims and all this stuff, and Muslims this and Muslims that. We hear it all the time.
Wow, no.
Hey, can somebody tell me what Dr. Oz is?
W's in the chat for Val.
Pretty sure Dr. Oz is a Muslim.
But he's a MAGA Muslim though, so it's different, I think, right? I think
is it?
Just like if it's high gas prices, if it's MAGA high gas prices, it's okay. All he has to do is say "Make America Great Again," and then whatever it is, it's better.
I got a question for you, Zeus. Was Jesus different depending on who you were?
No, but are you asking? But if you gave Jesus a red hat, then I could imagine. Then he was different, right?
Well, who made him different then?
I would argue the scribes and the Pharisees and the hypocrites did.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm going to ask the same question. Was Allah different to all his followers?
Not in my opinion.
Was he different depending on the follower?
Not in my opinion. No.
No, this is because people forget the point of the story.
Hit him with it.
This. Look, when we read the Bible, that's the point of origin.
Yeah.
The point of origin didn't change 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 years later, depending on who you were.
Yeah.
It didn't change.
It didn't change. Hit him with it, Val.
I mean, these are the things. When you come to me and you say you believe in Jesus and everything that's doing, and you believe in everything that the Republican Party's doing right now, you are conflicted. Because you've lost the point of origin.
That part. Get him, Val. Val's just cooking and booking today. Demons fear you. They fear you. You know that, right?
Oh, I do.
Does it make you feel
and
bad?
They should.
Okay, fair enough.
They should. And I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because a simple man on the streets today walking around with an ounce of common sense should strike fear into every MAGA that is walking on those same streets.
Yeah. Fair enough. Good point. I agree. W's in the chat for Val. Well, all right, brother. Big Zeus has to rock and roll. Get up out of here.
All right, y'all guys. Y'all have a good one.
But as always, thank you so much for blessing us with your presence today. And I'm glad you had a nice vacation too. That's pretty incredible. You were able to get some time to yourself. Despite
get some
all
time to myself, but it's hard back to work now.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
I do. Fair enough. All righty then.
All right, guys.
Later.
Bye.
All right. Foul, no lies detected. Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, we've now reached that point in the show where we've done an incredible job cooking and booking, and in a way, I was good looking while doing it. But Big Zeus has to get up out of here, and I hope you all enjoyed today's broadcast. We made a bunch of Trump supporters cry. They're crying right now because we've exposed it. They're a bunch of trolls. That's all you can get on social media now. A bunch of trolls. No serious conversations, no good faith debates, none of that. They're just trolls, and we don't want to hear from the trolls. And so make sure you do your job and get to the polls. Amazing. We are about to land. Go ahead and prepare the cabin for landing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now landed and arrived at our final destination. On behalf of 3 Crossing Zeus, also known as Triple H, and the entire crew, I would like to thank you for flying with us today.
Wow,
we extend our sincere gratitude to all the viewers who tuned in and listened throughout the show. Your time, attention, and participation make this episode truly meaningful.
Thank you.
We are deeply appreciative of your continued support. A special thank you goes to our valued subscribers, generous gifters, dedicated moderators, and esteemed panelists. Your contributions, guidance, and active involvement are essential to the success.
Thank you. You all enjoyed
and allow us
today's show.
to deliver the highest quality experience for everyone. As you prepare to depart, please remember that full recordings of today's episode will be uploaded to our YouTube channel shortly. For information on all my social media handles and future broadcasts, please visit the link in the bio.
Thank you.
Thank you once again for choosing to be a part of the kingdom. We are honored that you allowed Zeus, also known as Triple H, to guide you to Olympus. Until our next journey, we wish you a safe and productive day ahead.
Thank you.
You may now gather your belongings, and exit the aircraft.
Let's go.
We look forward to welcoming you back on board soon.
Thank you, Stacy Jones. Wow, welcome to the show.
Yeah. Gotta wake the chain up.
See you tomorrow, Tinkerbell.
Injected with some power.
Yes, W. Thank you, Sid.
Came from the trenches,
now we ballin' at the top. Rizzler energy, presidential, watch the ops.
Drip too saucy, got the foot hitting real different.
1600 on the throne, out here looking brilliant.
No skibidi.
I'm the goat, flow sharper than a blade.
For attacks, make these clowns pay for
all the shade.
Bustin' moves, no mid.
Got the game in a choke. Yeeted the doubt, now my legacy's hitting. It's bespoke, right? Q-Dog from the Bay. I couldn't thank you, Kabira. No cap.
Watch the empire grow. Goes to all the fakes.
Now my circle A1. Moving 100. This race is already won. Bet I'm dripping. Got the power, vision, crystal clear. Thick with ambition, yeah. Making history right here. Ops talking wild, but they cannot touch the throne. Posted in the Oval Office, trapping in the zone. Past the hate, got my foot on the gas. I'm bulletproof, yeah, my aura is built to last.
With the plan, moving chestnut checkers.
Presidential flex.
Got my game.
W. Marissa. Let's go. Drip too clean, get it poppin'. We ain't gon' never stop. No cap, we lit. Yeah, flow on 1,000, 100.
1605 presidential, we found it 100.
Posted at the Capitol, moving like I own the block. Riz game presidential, got the nation in a lock. Got the Amex, yeah, 100. No facade, drip celestial, shining brighter than a star. Got the vision, HD, clear, slack with the moves, turn your dreams into chandeliers. Ops stay lurking, but they folding under all the pressure.
1600, I'm the one flexing.
I'm the new successor, stacking legacy bricks. Every bar's a new crown. Trap soul in the White House. DC is the town. Woke up in the mansion views from the East Wing. Prime presidential, residential. Got the poles in a climb. Turn the calm in the storm. Got the world dropping bombs like I'm reading out of Psalms. Skibidi through the storm. Legacy unshakable. Got the city in my grip. Make the whole world flip. Bust it off the charts. Got the game in a trance. Drip too wavy, yeah. Make you wanna dance. Drip too clean, get it poppin'. We ain't gon' never stop.
No cap, we live.
Yeah, floor on 1,000, 100, 1,600 vibes. Presidential, we found it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a great rest of your morning. See you next time. Thank